Hi guys, I'm back again. I said I would be, so here I am. Okay, so this video is going to be on trying to conceive baby number 2. I actually have no idea where to start, so I guess I will start with what our plan was, or is. We had decided that we would try for a second baby when Charlotte turned 2. The reason we chose 2 was because, well, you guys know I got super sick with Charlotte. I had hyphemesis, and even now it still scares me that I will need to watch a toddler as well as try and take care of myself when I get pregnant with my second baby. So I figured the older she is, without being too old, if that makes any sense, the more likely she will be able to sort of keep herself like distracted and be able to play by herself for, you know, half an hour at a time or something like that, just to give me like an easier day if I'm to get hyphemesis again, which is probably pretty likely. Anyway, so that's our reason for picking sort of 2, so that by the time I have another baby, like get pregnant and have another baby, she'll be pretty much 3. Yeah, so we've decided we were going to start trying in September, because Charlotte's 2 on the 14th of September, and we'd pretty much just take it casually, and just basically not preventing and just seeing what happens. Weren't going to chart or anything this time. I've been charting since her first birthday, so almost a year now. I haven't really charted temperatures though. I've just sort of kept track of everything and marked down cervical mucus, and occasionally you know, cervix position, and occasionally I've done OPKs and stuff. It was more just because I wanted to pee on a stick, but I admit it. But yeah, so I haven't really charted as such, but I've kept an eye on stuff. One thing I found is that if you watched, well, I only made a couple trying to conceive vlogs with Charlotte, I was a late ovulator, and my cycles have come back to be pretty regular. I'm pretty much always 30 days now, which is awesome. However, I'm getting signs of ovulation, or gearing up to and stuff, but the 1 or 2 times I did chart my temperature, I ovulated really late, sort of CD25 of a 30-day cycle. So as you can imagine, 5-day luteal phase is just far too short. I'm also pretty sure that's why we had our miscarriage. Baby just couldn't hold on. So anyway, so we're just pretty much going with the flow, and it was pretty much yesterday actually we decided to suddenly just see what happens this month in August, because I did one of those due date calculator things online, and it worked out that I would be, according to my last menstrual period, which we know will be off since I'm a weird ovulator, I'll be due roughly the 16th of May. That got us quite excited, because we like that sort of area, as it's like opposite ends to Charlotte, and it's out of the way of most of the family's birthdays and stuff like that. We're also going away on the 2nd week of November. We pretty much always do. It's like my side of the family's family vacation, and we go away for a week, and I was really worried I would be really sick if I was to get pregnant, so that's kind of why we had changed our mind, and sort of we're gonna just sort of leave it for a little bit. But since working that out, I worked out that I would be 13 weeks by the time we went away. And I rewatched one of my videos, and I actually realized I felt better earlier than I thought. So I should be on the mend by the time we go away if I was to get pregnant this cycle. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. So we actually took the plunge and didn't use anything, and we won't be for the next week, just to see if that gets us anywhere. We're not holding our hopes too high to get pregnant on our first cycle, especially without trying too hard, but I guess you can't help to get your hopes up and stuff, but yeah, so that's sort of the plan. However, if we're not pregnant in this cycle, we will be leaving September and probably most of October. I think my period usually falls on the second week. Yeah, the second week of the month. So yeah, so basically all of September will be out, and then we'll probably try again, yeah, November. So like once we've like gone away and stuff, we'll start just going like crazy. And then if we're not pregnant still by the new year, so it'll give us another 2 months, so it'll have 3 months of just seeing what happens, all up. Then I'll probably start charting my temperatures come the new year, and just, you know, see what's going on and make sure everything is still happening and all that. So what else? That's probably pretty much it for our trying to conceive plan. But this time I want to actually film my pregnancy tests live. However, I will only post it, obviously, if it's a positive, because the last thing you guys want to do is watch like a 5-minute, 10-minute video on a processing pregnancy test that's not positive. So I will film it when I do them. I say them because I know there were more than one. But yeah, I'll film them, and if they're positive, then I will post them for you guys to find out. One random thing that I will just chuck in this video, since I'm not really sure else where it's going to fit anyway, is, I don't know if anyone's heard of these before. They're kind of a new age, well, they're not a new age thing for Mexico and that, but they're a new sort of Western world. They've brought them over to the Western world. Anyway, they're called a Mexican bola, or a harmony ball, as some places call them. They're more the Indonesian style. And basically, I'll put a link on like what is a Mexican bola in the little thingy at the bottom. But basically, they're like these little bells. They're really, really cute. I don't know if you can hear this, but yeah. And as you walk, or I found in the car, with the bouncing and stuff, it does this like jingle, and once the baby can hear, which I think is about 21, 22 weeks or something like that, can hear things other than its mother's voice, it can hear that bell, and apparently it's quite calming for them, and they learn to listen for it too when they come out, and it's a soothing thing for them. So as a preemptive strike to being pregnant with a second baby, I bought myself one. I've put it on a piece of ribbon, because I'm allergic to any metal that's not sterling silver and stuff like that. So, and to find a chain like that long is going to be expensive. So yeah, I just bought this one and put it on a piece of ribbon. So I'll see if I can show you guys the design. It's really pretty. There's heaps of different designs, and it's basically like this little cage, and like the little ball comes out, and that's the bell. So you can change those. You can change them to any colour you like. I just picked black because then it would go with everything, and the black ribbon, and yeah, so I'm just wearing it because it's cool and it's pretty and I like it. But yeah, that's what they're actually meant for. So yeah, I'll pop a link more about them in the bottom bar thingy in case you're interested. But yeah, I just thought I'd pop in that little pregnancy related thing that I've sort of investigated and had a look into and actually bought. So yeah, I guess I'll leave this video here before I start rambling, and I will see you guys for one of my other videos really soon. I'll catch you later. Bye.